Good afternoon. Yes, it's afternoon. It's 4:50 p.m. here in Youngstown, Ohio, where it's 55 degrees at Joe's Rush Shop. Supposed to have some thunderstorms coming through this evening, they said. I might get severe. I'm home early today. Normally I'd still be at work for another 10 minutes. I left about 3 o'clock. My girlfriend's sick. She's not feeling too well. She was sick yesterday too. I thought it was just a quick cold flu type thing, but she's throwing up and got diarrhea and everything else. So I said, "Well, do you want to go to one of the ERs or urgent care?" She goes, "Okay, yeah. Why don't we do that?" So I left early because we're kind of dead anyhow. And so on the way there, she goes, text me on my way over to her place that, "Hey, on second thought, just stop at CVS, get my subscription or prescription rather, and get me some Gatorade and all that." So I took I took that to her, and she's going to see if the pills work, if she stops puking and all that stuff, and then we won't be going to an ER or something, which is kind of cool. I hope she feels better. Plus, I really don't want to go to an ER or anything because I know you could be there for hours, but we'll find out. So far, so good. I left her, what is it now? About an hour ago, almost, because I left her about 4 o'clock even. And so we'll see if the drugs work. But anyhow, this is about a shop card shout out from Mannysscalemodeling. Let's see if it focuses. Deuce is on my lap right now. As you can see right there, you're getting a cat's eye view. See, that's what he sees right there. Anyhow, yes, and he's got a podcast. I didn't know that. On the website. I'll have to check that out. And so, yeah, send me a nice shop card with a Colt 55. I cannot tell for the life of me. Is that the real thing or is that a model? That's really hard to tell. If that's a model, that's a hell of a model. I definitely know that is. But that 55, I mean, the wheels and the little bit of weathering and the Hoosiers, I mean, that really good work either way. That's pretty cool. And he sent me basically a shrunken down version of it as a sticker with just a 55 on it. That'll go on my my transport boxes, my little plastic boxes I have that I transport my glue and paint to and from work and wherever else. And he got me a couple other stickers, paint mixers and paint racks. I suppose this is for actual auto painting, but I'll still stick that on there regardless. And I'm going to assume that's Galeri airbrushes. I like the angry looking panda. My girlfriend loves pandas, but that panda looks PO'd. So yeah, so hey, thank you, Manny. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And I also today got some more shop cards. This is a double. This is from Bama Scale Models. Unfortunately, let me see. Oh, yes, he has on the back here. And blah blah blah. 69 Chevelle by Revell with a vinyl top. And that is cool. That looks very realistic, especially with the backdrop and everything. I like that. Very good looking in the photography and the car. So that's a double bonus. And we got this one here, which is showing some of his works. Tractors, semi-tractors, engine compartment, very cool. A little bit of weathering, hot rods. That looks like the Foose truck to me. And then he sent me one more. And this is the Porsche tractor by itself. However, blah, blah, blah. I know his name's not Bama or Bama, so I can't say his real name because I don't know his real name. On the return address. But Bama Scale Models, very cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I figured I'd do a quick shop card shout out there. So I'm just going to sit here and play with some of my models and watch the TV and keep my fingers crossed the girlfriend feels better and I don't got to take her anywhere. I mean, A, I want her to feel better because I want her to feel better. B, I really don't want to go sit in an urgent care and ER all night. I mean, if we do go, I hope it's one of those things where, you know, they get her in fast, check her, give her a prescription or a shot and send her on her way. I hope it doesn't turn into a, 2 in the morning thing. And the Cadillac, I'm working on this a little bit more. So this is a shop card shout out and a little update on things. I filled the little hole here where the antenna was supposed to be because the car I'm trying to duplicate doesn't have it. Come on, focus. Let's do this. Come on. There we go. Come on. But yeah, I gotta do a little more sanding on it. A little more sanding, a little more primering. I use crazy glue. I use some masking tape on the undersides of where all the holes was or were. And I kind of soaked it with a little bit of crazy glue. Super glue, whatever. And then I filled the top side with the super glue and a little bit of the accelerator. And then I sanded that. And I mean, right, okay, there should be holes in that area there. I don't see them anymore. So yeah, they're all filled. That one's kind of showing, I think. Yeah, but that wasn't a hole all the way through in the first place. But I'm probably going to put some lights up here anyhow, so it really won't matter. I put the body side molding, as the car I'm duplicating has this molding on here. So I got that on there this morning. And this thing will stay focused. We'll be okay. I know it's got a lot of stuff to focus on. All that crap in the background. Still got a little more sanding to do. And sand these edges. I got the skirts off both sides. Again, as the car I'm doing does not have the skirts, I gotta like clean it up a little bit. Oh, quit trying to focus on everything else. I think this grid thing really messes this camera up. Well, this phone. One of these days, I intend to get an actual camera or at least a better phone than this one. This was supposed to have such a great camera. No, I'm going back to Samsung. As soon as this puppy's paid off, or at least until they maybe make some offer where they, hey, we'll pay off the old phone and give you a new one, whatever, one of those sales. And I got sand a little in here. This fin being separate makes for some work. Come on, focus. So, yeah. Gotta wash that and smooth that out a little bit. Luckily, the car I'm doing isn't going to be like a show car finish, so I don't really need to get it perfect, but I'm sort of, my own worst critic. I want it to at least look half decent. The only tricky part about this is going to be these Cadillac hearses and ambulances, all the window trim is stainless, aka chrome, bare metal, whatever you want to call it. I got a little more sanding there to do to get rid of that flash, which is okay. So I could either bare metal all this, or I could carefully mask it all off and do some chrome spray. The only problem is this fin is going to be really hard to get in there to mask that or to bare metal it. But if you do it first, then try to put the fin on, how are you going to do the body work later? So it's like, I mean, I'll see when I get to that point. See if I get my hand back in there, it focuses better. It doesn't see all the crap in the background. So, yeah, so I'm messing with that a little bit, even though I think I'm going to have to put all this stuff aside and get on my Mustang, the Ford Motorsports IMSA racer, the same one Craig over at Craig's Corners did. for the Mustang group build, which is due April 17th, which is now, what, 15 days away or something like that? Yeah, I got to get moving on that. I mean, I got most of it, the major things painted. I just got to get the decals on, get it cleared, and start painting details and start assembling it. Which, shouldn't be too bad, I hope. So I got to start messing with that. And then I just joined another group build yesterday. That's the one for senior, which Terry Thacker, which, that one luckily has no end date. So I'm not as worried about that. Oh, they got the hood primered on this. Got a little more advanced on it. Let's bring the old camera down here. So I got that done. I'm probably going to go with some kind of hot rod shop or a gas station logo on the door that's going to be weathered. And I'm going to try to go with the appropriate color for at least the cab or part of the cab. Because I imagine this vehicle, being it's chopped on the top and it's smooth, well, what if somebody masked off, done the chop, painted the roof a different color in the upper half and left the lower half of the doors alone so it would have the logos, the weathered logos on it, or they just do the weathered effect and put new logos. I got to decide what color I'm going to do it in. I got to go through my decals and see which ones fit the best, but there's the bumper. It's got to go in these holes and be pushed upwards like that. But, it's just sort of like I said, this is mock-up. It's sitting kind of low. But yeah, there's that. So it's coming along. But I haven't done much since you've seen it last. It's just the same old thing. So, okay, people. Well, I'm going to take off for now. I'm going to go do some things that I need done. And keep my fingers crossed. I don't have to go to a urgent care or an ER tonight. And I hope she feels better for the sake of feeling better. And for the sake of me not having to go to an ER. I'm the type of person that I hate doctors, hospitals. I got hospitalization at work. My boss is kind enough to pay for it. And our rep came in. He goes, "Oh, so do you have a family doctor?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "You don't go to the doctor?" I said, "No." He goes, "When was the last time you've been at a doctor?" I said, 2006-ish, somewhere like about there. And that's because I have a hernia. That wasn't even the like a medical checkup type doctor. That was probably in the mid 80s. And before that, it was probably in the 70s sometime. I just don't go to doctors. I self-medicate. I'm just that type of person. I had a toothache so bad one time many years ago, probably late 80s, early 90s. Imagine, that feeling when you go to the dentist and they find a cavity with that little prick tool and they hit that nerve and your whole head and it just like shocks the hell out of you. Imagine that pain for like hours straight. That's how bad of a toothache I had. I got that Ambisol stuff, I think it's called, and that ointment stuff you rub on your gums, and I probably went through 2.5 tubes of that in a couple days, especially at night. It was so bad it gave me a headache. But I got a pretty high tolerance for pain. I kind of just like lived through it, and woke up one morning, it was gone, and it's not been back. So I'm like, okay, yeah, self-medication. So I'm not the doctor type or hospital room type. I better be like on my deathbed before I go to a doctor or a hospital or any of that. I mean, I'm just that kind of person. I'm kind of stubborn. I get that from my old man. So, he passed on a few years ago, but he made it to 81. And he hadn't been in the doctor since God knows when. So, and he smoked heavily. So, there you go. Some people just, it happens. They get sick easier than others. But anyhow, okay, well, I've babbled on long enough. It's already almost 15 minutes. So Hey, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll be doing some more catch-up videos on all this stuff. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.